Hello students, today we will discuss a few numericals in chapter 2, Sexual Reproduction in Higher Plants, class 12, NCERT CBSE text. The first question, what would be the number of chromosomes in alluron layer if megaspore mother cell contains 10 chromosomes? The options are given below. The megaspore mother cell is a diploid cell. So we represent diploid as 2n. From the question we know that the megaspore mother cell has 10 chromosomes. So let us substitute this value of 10 here. 2n is equal to 10. So n is equal to 10 divided by 2, which is nothing but 5. They have asked us the number of chromosomes in alluron layer. This alluron layer is the outermost layer of the endosperm. Endosperm is a triploid cell. The condition is 3n here. Why is it 3n? It is formed by the fusion of one male gamete and diploid polar nuclei. So it is 3n. Let us substitute this value of n here. So 3 into 5, 15. Our answer is the third option here. The total number of chromosomes in alluron layer will be 15 here. Moving on to the next question. The total number of chromosomes involved in double fertilization of a maize plant. The total set of chromosomes in a maize plant is 20. We know that. So after meiosis or reduction division, this chromosome number 20 will get reduced to exactly half, that is 10. So all the cells of the embryo sac plus the male gametes are going to have a chromosome number 10. Now let us calculate the cells of the embryo sac. They include a haploid egg, then diploid polar nuclei and haploid sperms. So the two male gametes of the two, one will fuse with the egg to form zygote, which is diploid, and the other male gamete will fuse with this diploid polar nuclei, and that is how it is 3n. 2n plus 3n is 5n. We know the value of n is 10. So we can just multiply 5 into 10, 50 chromosomes total. Let me again revise how we got this 50. Haploid male gametes, 2. So 10 plus 10 here. Then haploid egg again, 10 chromosomes. So 20 and this 10, 30 plus diploid polar nuclei, again 20 because it's diploid. So when you add them all, you get 50 chromosomes. The number of chromosomes involved in double fertilization of a maize plant is 50. Moving to the next question. In an angiosperm, a female plant having 2n is equal to 24 is crossed with a male plant having 2n is equal to 12. What will be the chromosome number of the endosperm? These are the options. Let us take the female plant. 2n is equal to 24. And the male plant, 2n is equal to 12. So if it is going to be 2n is equal to 12 in the male plant, what will be n? N will be 12 divided by 2, nothing but 6. Yes? Now, how is endosperm formed? Fusion of one male gamete. Yes, one male gamete with the polar body or the secondary nucleus. So we know that it is 2n. Yes, it's diploid. The polar body is diploid. So we can add this 24 and this 6. Why are we adding the 2? Because endosperm is formed by the fusion of one male gamete and the diploid polar nuclei. Hence, the answer is 30. Yes, the number of chromosomes will be 30 in the endosperm in such a situation. The fourth question. What will be the ploidy of embryo, perisperm, endosperm of seeds produced by a cross between a 4N female plant and a 2N male plant? When I say 4N, it's a tetraploid female. And when I say 2N male, it's a diploid male. So, when these two are crossed, let us say in the first case when meiosis takes place, that is cell division, reduction division takes place, chromosome number will get reduced to half. So 4N of the female will become 2N. Yes, the megaspore will be 2N here after meiotic division. So all the cells here inside the embryo sac, yes, they will have 2N. Now coming to the male plant, since it is a diploid male plant, the chromosome number will be N. It gets reduced to half after meiosis. What is the question? They have asked you the ploidy of the embryo. How is embryo formed? Fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete. Yes. So 2N and N. Yes. 2N egg. That is the condition in the egg. Because it's a tetraploid and after meiosis it is got reduced to half. So 2N in the case of the egg and N in the case of the sperm. When both fuses, you get an embryo which has 3N. So the first answer here for us will be the ploidy of the embryo will be 3N. Now, what is the ploidy of the perisperm? What is perisperm? It's nothing but the nucellus of the female parent. Yes, this is also going to be tetraploid. What is nucellus? The entire female gametophyte here is called nucellus. So since the female is a tetraploid, the perisperm will have a ploidy of 4N. The answer for the second one here is 4N. Coming to endosperm, we know a tetraploid female is fused with a diploid male. So what happens is the embryo is already 3N. Yes, and it is going to be the same in the case of that is all the cells of the embryo sac are going to have a ploidy of 2N. Yes, so there are two polar bodies in the central cell of the embryo sac. So since two polar bodies are there, yes, 2N. So what is 2N? 2N plus 2N. Since there are two polar bodies in the central cell of the embryo sac, and what is PEN? Primary endosperm nucleus. So this is formed by the fusion of these two polar nuclei. Hence, the endosperm is going to be formed by the fusion of this 4N with a male gamete which is N. Hence, the ploidy of the endosperm is going to be 5N. I hope you understood. Let me just revise this sum again. The female plant is a tetraploid. The male plant is a diploid. So after meiosis or reduction division, the chromosome is going to get reduced to exactly half. So this is the case with all the cells in the embryo sac. What is endosperm? Endosperm is formed by the fusion of one male gamete and the cells of the central cell of the embryo sac. So that is why it is going to be 5N. 2N plus 2N plus N. Perisperm, it's nothing but nucellus. So the female plant is tetraploid Hence, the ploidy is going to be 4n. Embryo formed by the fusion of 2n and n. So, it's going to be 3n. Moving to the next question. The maximum ploidy in the secondary nucleus is, the answer will be 14n. Now, how did I come across this answer? Because there is a plant species called Peperomia hispidula. So, this plant is said to have been reported with the highest secondary nucleus. That is, what is secondary nucleus? It is formed by the fusion of the two polar nuclei in the central sac. That is how primary endosperm nucleus is formed. So, this secondary nucleus is going to be diploid. Yes, there are two polar bodies there. So, in this plant, the two polar bodies are said to have a ploidy of 7n. 7n plus 7n. So, the answer becomes 14n. This plant is reported to have the maximum ploidy in the secondary nucleus. Let us check this question. If a pea plant ovary has 20 ovules, then the maximum number of megaspores and functional megaspores in that ovary will be. Let us first find out how many megaspores are possible by 20 ovules. One ovule, 4 megaspores. Yes, one ovule will give rise to 4 megaspores. So, let us multiply 20 into 4. So, total of 80 megaspores. Of all the 80 megaspores, all are not going to be functional. We know that of the 4 megaspores produced by one ovule, only one which moves to the chalazal end is going to be functional. So, in each tetrad, one ovule produces 4 megaspores. So, in each tetrad, only one is going to be functional. Hence, since there are 20 ovules and in each case only one is going to be functional, our answer would be 20. The number of functional megaspores is 20 in the case of this pea plant. And total maximum megaspores will be 80.